Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Asniah Alias, lecturer from University Pertahanan Nasional Malaysia. My presentation today is on the title of article, Qualities of a Lecturer That Students Value the Most, a descriptive study. This article was co-written by Fatin Amira and Muhammad Shazwan from UPNM. For the introduction, I believe many of you here are academicians and surely familiar with students' evaluation that is conducted every semester. Students' evaluation of teaching that mainly consists of the criteria of teaching quality often used as performance indicator of academician for tenure, award and promotion. Knowing the importance of it, we would like to conduct a study on the teaching quality. And we found there is a profound gap in literature that addresses important indicator of teaching quality from students' perspective, especially in Malaysian context. DSHARP 2010 is one of the study that support our claim. Most of the literature documented the teaching quality from the perspective of teachers and the management of its institution. On top of that, there is no single definition of teaching quality that emerged in the literature. Thompson 2016. In other words, there is no consensus on the definition of teaching quality so far. And therefore, it is significant to provide some insights on the attributes of quality teaching or teacher from the perspective of students as the first-hand client. These are our research objectives. The first one is to examine the important attributes of lecturer in the criteria of teaching qualities. The second one is to address the dimension of teachers' quality that need to be included in the existing teaching quality, and these are from perspective of students. For the method, we use survey method to collect the data. Out of 504 questionnaires, only 457 of them were written because only 457 were completely answered and thus valid for analysis. 23 items of teaching quality we adapt from Vivier and Kozlin's case 2011. At the end of the survey questionnaire, there is one open-ended question aimed at other attributes of the lecturer that needed to be considered as an indicator of teaching quality. Basically, the students were asked to rate the indicator of teaching quality from the 23 items that we adapt from Vivier and Kozlin's case, and another one open-ended question from their opinion. Okay, for data analysis, the 23 items were analyzed using SPSS version 26, and the open-ended question were analyzed using thematic analysis. The process involved searching for themes or pattern to identify the word or phrase that later we categorize as the quality of teaching. Vivier and Kozlin's case 2011's teaching qualities includes 3 domains. The first one, knowledge transfer, on how the lecturer transfer or deliver the knowledge. The second one is knowledge evaluation, on how the lecturer evaluates students. And the third one, personal traits, characteristic of the lecturer. All the items listed here are in the questionnaires. For the result, overall teaching quality, it is found that personal traits are the highest item or domains rated by the students. In other words, students regard personal traits is the most important teaching quality of lecturer. You can see here, 47.6% of the students rated this domain as a very important. For the personal traits, if you take a look table 2 and figure 3, responsive is preferred the most by them. 60% of the student or respondent think that responsive is the most quality that should be possessed by lecturer. The 7 items, speech culture is perceived as moderate vital trait to be possessed by lecturer. For the domain of knowledge transfer, if we take a look at table 4 and figure 4, it reveals that introduce topic appropriately, encourage students to focus on their interests and goals, and provide appropriate practical examples are amongst the favored items by the respondent. In comparison, more than a quarter of them regard the remaining items as crucial. Okay, for the knowledge evaluation, Table 4 and Figure 5 shows that explain to students why they were right or wrong, open new learning opportunities are agreed by the majority of respondents as the most important items. Okay, and not more than 40% of them value agree with the other items, such as offer students to evaluate themselves, ask students how they intend to achieve the goal and task sets, offer students to share their ideas and knowledge as very important items. However, there are items that regarded as not important, which is offer students to evaluate themselves and ask students how they intend to achieve the goal and task set. 1% of them only. Result for the open-ended question are the attributes. Okay, the figure 6 shows the summary of the responses from the respondent. The number here, not the percentage, but represent the real number of the students. Okay, it is worth to highlight here the attributes that redundant in the 23 items in the questionnaire is not considered for analysis. As seen in the figure 6 in previous slides, most of the comments made by respondents surprisingly fall under the criterion of personal traits. In other words, personal traits is perceived as the most important quality that lecturer should possess. And most of the respondents stated that the lecturer should be pleasant and joyful to develop a conducive environment in the classroom. Okay, other than that, a lecturer with effective communication skills also desirable by the respondents, and they also favor a lecturer with effective communication skill, as it is also ensure the effective delivery of subject matter in teaching and learning process. For the other items, including firm, rare, and religious, these elements are among the quality of lecturers less favored by the respondents. In conclusion, the finding shows that lecturers with responsive behavior and have good speech culture are among the top-rated items valued by the respondents. So if you want to be highly rated by the student, make sure that you are responsive and have good speech culture. Apart from that, leading the classroom with pleasant and joyful, be patient and tolerant in dealing with students, and having effective way of delivering lesson were perceived as the most essential element for being a quality lecturer. It is hoped that this study can provide a substantial feedback to lecturers in improving the quality of teaching as well as overall personality development. It may help the institutional management in making academic decisions, such as to improvise the existing teaching evaluation and to revise the requirement for promotion, tenure, and award giving. That's all from me. Thank you.